Yo, what's up, everybody? I know we're just a touch late here, but we are off and running. Fedor Gorst is just now starting his match against Moritz Neuhausen. And Moritz is at the table. He won the lag, right? And now is breaking and running, I believe. Is that... Were you watching?
That's correct.
Okay, yeah.
That's accurate.
I was getting a few things set up, so I had my eyes off the stream that we have here. But I've got Jason Sword way over... Where is he? Way over there on the other side of the screen, hanging out with me, Jay Diddy. He is the... What would people call you? The driving force behind getting Fedor Gorst very well established here in the United States. Do you think that's an accurate statement?
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah.
Just a Fetter Gorst super fan, I guess you could say. So happy to be here with you, Collins.
Yeah, happy to be doing another one of these streams. I've been having a really good time doing this stuff. And right out the gate, Moritz is going to get up with a break and run 1-0. Looks like everybody's finding the chat. Dude, we already had, I guess we had like 100 people waiting for this thing to start. That's awesome. Welcome to the chat, everybody. You have the chat in front of you, right? No, you don't. Make sure you open a different window so you can see what they're saying. Should be out on Fetter's stream right now.
Absolutely.
But if you're new to this coverage that we've been doing along with Fetter, basically the way that this is working is he's playing in New York right now, and he puts a private link out to both Jason and I, because Jason is watching from Memphis, Indiana, right?
Yeah.
And I'm here in Sacramento, California, all the way across the country. So he gives us a private link, and then we restream that back out to Fetter's channel. I guess if you have it running in the background on Fetter's channel, you can see his chat on the screen as well. I ended up putting that on screen for all the viewers too, but whatever
Nice.
ends up working.
So racing to 9 here. Moritz is up 1-0.
That's right, and this is
Yes.
Final Four on the winner's side. How many players are left? I think there's 10 players left in the whole tournament.
I was just looking at Digital Pool actually. So the winner of this match will play the winner of David Alcady and Carlo Biotto. So that's going to be a nice hot seat match there.
That's going to be an incredible hot seat match.
Yeah, and you know this match is a Mosconi Cup ranking event. So I believe third place pays $3,500. Second place is $5,500, and I believe first is $9,000. That will count toward their earnings to qualify for Matchroom Mosconi Cup.
Do you have any idea where Moritz is in that standing?
No, I don't, but I know Alcady's in the running. So
Yeah, Alcady and Fetter are currently both
2-3.
potentially, in the running for that second lockup spot. That's going to get announced right after the U.S. Open, right?
yeah, absolutely. So it looks like, I believe, on the loser side right now we have Kazakis playing Jose Delgado. And then also you have Emil Gangflot playing Fortunsky, Polak. So I think there are 8 players left.
Nice. It's been a heck of a tournament. Fetter's had a pretty good tournament so far, wouldn't you say? Have you been watching?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to like this. So an air there. And rack number 2 here, racing to 9. It is winner break format. Same rules that we've seen in all the Matchroom events with the 9 on the spot. They are having a break box. So you can see most of the players trying to cut the 1 in the side.
Big shot here. It looks like he's going to cut this real thin and play back and forth for the 4-ball. He was looking at leaving himself a real steep angle on the 4.
Yeah, and this is a little touchy here because the 8-ball's really in the path of where he would like to go. I think he's too high to go 3 rails around, so he may just have to play into this pink ball.
And he got
because
there.
It doesn't pass a 6.
And he got there. Are you on a little bit more of a delay than I am?
Yeah, I think I got a slight delay. Yeah, so he bumped the ball kind of like I felt like he would. But does it go on the side? And even if it does go on the side, he could potentially be on the wrong angle to get up.
Yeah, take a real long shot on the 5 ball.
Yeah. I mean, the other option is if it looks like it goes. I mean, he could be playing it all the way up in the corner and coming around 3 rails, which is obviously terribly difficult.
When he pockets the 5 ball, let me know, and I'll just scroll back a little bit so that I'm not too far ahead of you.
Gotcha. Yeah, so he just took his medicine there and left the cue ball in.
So let me know, like, the moment he pockets it, say 5 ball in.
Got it. And it's good. We can see all the action in the background as well. He just made the 5 ball. Nice shot there. Nice control.
And then one more time when he pockets the 6, let me know. It's going to be a lot closer this time, I think.
All right.
Thomas Grabe, what's up? From Germany. Watching your, the equivalent to, a lot of people would say Fetter's a United States boy at this point, but a lot of Fetter fans out here in the States.
He just made the 6 there.
Yeah, I think we're close enough where I'll just leave it. Cool.
And a nice starts here from Moritz.
You know what? I think someone just bumped one of my cameras outside. I have to go make sure everything's okay. I'll be right back.
All right. Oh, and a miss in the background there from David Alcady. And if you aren't familiar with Moritz, young German kid, he played partners with Filler. Straight shooter for sure. Seems like he holds up under pressure well. Takes a 2-0 lead here, racing to 9.
A couple people in the chat says it's kind of blurry. We are capped out at 720p. Because like I said, Fetter is streaming this out from his phone out there in New York. Eventually, I believe, we've been talking about solutions and how to improve all the time. So, in the coming months and so on, you will see improvements here and there. This is just, pretty much a dry... We're still kind of in the dry run phase of things. We're still kind of tweaking and poking around with what's possible.
500 viewers out there, so if you're tuning in with us, please like and subscribe down there. Support Fedor Gorst. Help him grow his channel. And nice break there, but he missed the 1, hit both points. He did get a ball down though, and he has a look. I believe the 1 does pass the 7. I think he can play it in the bottom left here. Looks tight. Good news is he hadn't had to do much with the cue ball with the 3 laying there in the middle. It's going to take him to a natural position here.
Oh, there's a great idea. Get a better camera. From the chat. I don't know if you know this, but the iPhone camera is outrageous. It has more to do with bandwidth than the camera. But thanks for the feedback.
And it looks like this ball does play, Collins, so Moritz looking to get out to a 3-0 lead here if he's able to clean these up. The 4 ball does have a little bit of traffic with it. So he's going to have to be tidy here.
He kind of moved a little bit as he was going through that ball. Looked a little bit uncomfortable on that shot.
Yeah, pretty easy position here. Doesn't look like the table's terribly tight.
I think this is the exact same table that Fetter played his last match yesterday. I think I recognize the position in the room, or maybe second match yesterday.
Yeah, and it really feels like it's this shot, doesn't it?
Yeah. Not incredibly difficult. It's extremely natural with just pocketing the ball, maybe just a touch of left spin to kind of shorten up the angle a little bit. Angle off the second rail. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just looking there. He wants a little angle on the 6. I think it really matters here.
No.
Just clean them up.
This is my first time actually watching an entire match with of Moritz's game. I mean, I've seen results, right? I've followed brackets, quite a few that he's been involved in, right? Obviously, pretty impressive player, running pretty deep in a lot of big events, but I've never had the pleasure to watch him, especially like looking right down the barrel like this. Look at the mechanics.
Nice control there, wasn't it?
Yeah, perfect speed on the draw shot. Like literally ball in hand speed on the draw shot.
Yeah, and in the background looks like Carlo Beato's going to make Alcady pay for his miss on the 8-ball. Looks like he's going to capture his second rack since we've been tuning in here.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I need to give a shout out to Upstate Al and AZB TV for, all the events that he's been involved in that Fetter's played in. He's allowed Fetter to do streaming like this. I think it's really cool, to allow the players to offer this type of content. And they have a great stream going on where you can access any table you want in the tournament at any time. So definitely go check that out at AZB TV. It is a pay-per-view stream, but like I said, you get that access to anything you want to watch. So yeah, shout out to Upstate Al.
Yeah, that's great. I love when other streamers see the big picture and understand that for our viewers out there to be able to watch Fetter, they may go out and purchase if they want to watch the finals to get some interest in the event. So good decision by Upstate Al. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely.
And referee rack.
That's the other cool thing. I know it's a big entry fee event, well, fairly big, for what you'd call maybe a regional event, not a major. $400 entry fee. The $50 TD fee obviously allows or helps to allow having refs there to rack for all the players, which is kind of the big controversy from the Turning Stone Classic every event, right? Not controversy, but one of the talking points about that tournament is that the players are racking for each other, so there's always a little bit of drama with that. And having some refs on hand to do all that work definitely helps nullify any of that discussion.
Yeah. I like the referee rack. As long as the referees are trained and they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's definitely my preference. It always sucks whenever your player gets slugged, though.
Uh-huh. And not the other guy?
That's always a tough thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And another successful break from Moritz there.
Yeah.
So
Amos
really
asked,
making Fetter pay for that missed safety. But
oh, speak of the devil.
Missing a 2-ball.
Here we go. Amos in the chat just asked, has Fetter even pot a ball yet? Well,
no, he just missed a safety.
Knock on
He's
wood.
got an opportunity here.
Yeah, we're probably going to see him. Probably going to see him pocket a couple here, I would assume. Oh, Genie Pool in the chat. What's up?
Yeah, that was a big miss there for Moritz.
Big miss, yeah. Super low percentage miss, you would think.
Yeah, just such an easy layout to hand to a player like Fetter as well. Kind of let him get in stroke here, and if he finds the break, I mean, I know I spoke to Fetter earlier, and he said that he's been, you know, consistently putting down 3s and 4s. So and you said he played on this table yesterday, so
Yes.
you know, I mean that could be a match loser there for Moritz. Can't give those away.
Yeah, everyone that's asking about the bracket in the chat, I did add it to the video description. So if you want to see who's left, how they got there, who could potentially be playing in the future, make sure you check out that bracket link. It is on Digital Pool. Honestly thought he was going to come up really short off the second rail right there. That ball, sometimes the camera angle can be deceiving. He got a lot out of that.
Yeah, it didn't look like he got in deep enough on the low, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, you almost missed that ball.
Gosh, just trickling it in, trusting the table. Whew, especially when you see all those marks on the cloth like that you see from the break. I get nervous trusting a table like that, rolling the ball.
Well, he got nervous too, I can guarantee you.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, he strikes, putting down his first rack of the match, 3-1, in favor of Moritz. We'll see. We'll get a nice peek at Fetter's break here. See how he's hitting it.
In the meantime, the other ref racking on Carlo Beato versus David Alcade over there. I wonder what the score is there. Oh, all the scores are live on Digital Pool, right?
I didn't see it updated. I just looked, Collins, but we'll see. I'm going to go take a peek real quick.
Is your other winner's side matchup? Looks like Carlo's way out in the lead.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Alcade missed an 8-ball, and it's been all Carlo since. So, I believe, I think I've seen him break at least 3 times, so I believe it's either 4-0 or 3-0. Let's see here.
Someone in the chat asked Collins who you got, Oscar or Chris. Who do you think I got? Come on, man. Little golden break here. How many golden breaks has he gotten on this table?
Yeah, it went in. That's big.
That's huge.
I know it adds to excitement, but I just don't really like that part of the game. I like to see him run the balls to earn it.
Yeah, I disagree fundamentally with 9-ball. This is a discussion that we could have at length maybe at another time, but I think that pool is a different game from every other game that you'll ever play in that, like, if you want to take it to the extreme and compare it to golf, right? You're never going to be playing against your opponent on a par 5 and they chip it up on the green, like 3 yards from the hole, and they miss and you win. You know what I mean? And then you're the one that gets the birdie. That's never going to happen. So because it's possible in 9-ball, it's like inherent in the game, that kind of luck factor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think it makes it exciting as well.
I think it's like, even in one pocket too. Like you take it to the extreme with one pocket. Now most of it, like very, very large percentage of it is skill, right? But you're still going to have those shots that something crazy happens that no one was expecting. And so it's just so inherent in the game. It's such a big part of how the game fundamentally is constructed that to try to shy away from it or to try to manufacture some type of rule set that completely eliminates that, in my opinion, goes against the fundamentals of the game. That's just my opinion.
I'm with you. I just kind of like to see him go. But
I see.
Meanwhile, Fedor Gorst with a monster break. He looked like he lost his cue ball a little bit. I think he got kicked, but he's got a very nice look at the 3. He made the 1 and the 2. Not a ton of angle here. See how he decides to play it, if he's just going to crawl up the rail or if he decides to pull it back.
Or rail first. Rail first.
Yeah, nice look there.
Real nice.
Not really afraid of the distance is Fetter. He doesn't mind shooting a full table length shot. Doesn't really have to get close to his work like a lot of players you see.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has a lot to do with his fundamentals and having the ability to get through the cue so straight.
He and Filler, right?
Man.
He, Filler, Jason Shaw, all them guys. That's like such a useful tool to have in the belt, man.
It absolutely is. And meanwhile, if you're Moritz over there, you miss the 2-ball. Fetter cleaned that rack up, comes back with a golden break, and then is staring down the barrel of this. So we were talking about it. I mean, honestly, it's one of those things. So Moritz missed the 2-ball. If he would have made it, it was a roadmap layout. So he didn't get the point. Fetter did, and now Fetter's going to claim 2 more. So it's already a 4-rack swing. That miss.
One big shot here. This is no hanger for sure. He's looking at punching it out and shorting it up, going 2 to 3 rails at the 6-ball here.
Yeah, and I don't think it's that tough. I see what you're saying, but he's just got to miss the 7, really. And he did. Nice look there.
Certainly the last question mark of the rack, you would think.
Yeah, from the 6 to the 7 here. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a long day for everybody in that pool room if Fetter can continue to break like that.
Yo, what's up, Jennifer Rabbit, Endless Supra, a couple of familiar names in the chat. Good to see you guys.
And looking to tie it up is Fetter.
God, those guys, they just hit that ball so pure. They make it look so easy. You know, when you got that shallow angle and you got to just hit it with a dead center cue ball to nudge it off the rail. They make it look so much easier than it is.
Yeah, and Fetter, actually, little thing here on the inside scoop about Fetter, he's actually suffering from a torn muscle or something in his shoulder blade. So he's gone to an acupuncturist, he's gone to a chiropractor, he's gone to a doctor, and really struggling. But
Which
the good news
shoulder? Which shoulder?
is his right one.
The stroking shoulder.
Yeah, and I mean the good news is, I believe it's his stroking shoulder. The good news is he says it's not very uncomfortable when he's playing, when he's up and moving. The tough thing is he wasn't able to sleep much last night because when he lays down or he sits down, he said it really is painful. So if somebody has the ability to keep him in his chair for quite some time, it can tighten up on him. So
wow,
we'll see how he holds up here. Going into rack 7, we're all tied at 3. If you're just now tuning in, this is Jason Sword and Collins from Post Up. Out of Oscar's pool hall, right?
Yeah.
Collins?
Yeah, Sacramento, California, hard times. Just hanging out, sweating the action.
Appreciate everybody tuning in with us. And if you're new to Fedor Gorst's channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the like down there. Support this young man trying to grow his channel.
One finds the side. 2-ball peeking up a bit.
Yeah, he's going to like it. And it looks like the 3 laying over the hole. Looks like he just may play for the window right there in between the 7-9. Might just see him drag this ball to the long rail right where the deuce is. May just be right outside of that pocket there, Collins. So
yeah. CPM 47 asks, how did he hurt his shoulder? Do you know? Is it maybe just something he slept on it wrong too many times, or
lifting weights, he thinks.
Maybe. I see. He could
miss the ball.
Wow.
Oh, that'll hurt. Must be something about that 2-ball to that corner.
He is looking pretty yoked, I'm not going to lie. When he was walking away from that table, man, he's looking pretty swole.
Yeah. he's been trying to lift, and one thing that Fetter likes to do, I know it's different than what a lot of other people would think, is he likes to kind of crush his body and then go play. Go practice, go put in a practice session after a hard lifting session.
Do you know when he lifts? This is actually just speaking from experience because I had an issue with one of my shoulders. Do you know, does he do a lot of curls and biceps? Because it could be where the bicep attaches up here. Maybe he's just overworked.
I'm not really sure what he was doing when he tweaked it, but
Yeah.
I think he does a wide array of things.
Yeah.
Really trying to take care of his body. Obviously, he's, with him playing so many hours of pool, that there's different parts of his back and things, and he's not short, so
Right.
he has to keep himself in shape and make sure that his muscles are tuned.
Good thin cut from the 2-ball there for Moritz. One last kind of, especially if he decides to go with the low ball to avoid the 7 and 9, kind of a touchy speed shot here. Not incredibly touchy if you hit the right spot on the second rail, which, of course, he does.
And a huge miss there from Fetter. Very uncharacteristic. I know it wasn't a hanger, but you definitely expected him to make it.
Is it last 6, right? No, I think there's 8 players left, I think. You can see the bracket and all the live active scores on Digital Pool. The bracket link's in the video description.
Yeah, so the winner of this match is guaranteed third. And we'll be playing the winner of the match that you see right there in the back between David Alcady and Carlo Beato. I think Carlo's up 4-0.
And David does not look happy at the table right now. Look at him like kind of shrugging and looking around a bit.
Nice position there, using multiple cushions. I really like the way this Moritz carries himself.
Me too.
He's gonna be another killer.
Do we know how old he is?
He's very young. I don't know exactly how. No, I want to say he's in his early 20s. I think he's right around Fetter's age, maybe a tad younger.
Looks like birthday November 14th, 2003. He's 20, dude.
20.
Holy crap. Or he's turning 20 this year. Isn't that how numbers work? 2003, November.
Yeah.
Wow. Plays great.
And 4-3 is our score line. The young German in the lead and breaking the balls. Big miss from Fedor Gorst there in the last rack. The opener on the 2.
Yeah, 19. All the chat is coming in saying he's 19. Yeah, he turns 20 in November.
And, both guys, Collins, it looks like this table's breaking very easy because both guys have had a successful break every time. Both have 2 misses on the 2-ball. Fetter has also missed a safety. So 2 errors from Fetter and 1 from Moritz.
Fetter's really in the match. The golden break made a huge difference.
It did.
If you're talking errors to conversions, that's big swing. See if it holds up. I'm going to be honest. I'm biased. I want Fetter to win.
Yeah, I think many people tuning in with us are the same. Here we go, rack 8. And if you're tuning in, he's trying to pocket the 1 in that left side there. So he made the 1, and it looks like he's going to get a nice look at the deuce here. May not have an offensive shot though. That 8-ball may have gotten the way.
I wonder, can you? Well, no, I'm going to watch and learn here because there's a few options for safety play.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, the bank doesn't look terrible. I'm not saying that's the shot, but he's going to play safe. He's just going to clip off of this, and he's going to try to take the cue ball up under the 9.
That's what I would think, but it looks like he's hitting a little thicker than that.
And he just went ahead and used the purple. He's not going to like this.
Cinching the cue ball, not working out.
Yeah, but
if you guys,
what kind of look does he have on the 3 after the 2 here? Is he going to have to follow this ball and maybe play the 3 in the side?
I think it depends on how much angle he's got here. He's taking a look at the 3-9 combo, see how it lays.
Not in love with that. I kind of like the follow here and playing for the 3 in the right-hand side pocket. But the combo may play easy.
Yeah, it all depends on how much the 3's got to cut the 9, right? And if once you introduce that cut-induced throw, all of a sudden it becomes a lot lower percentage. But if it's laying nice, he might just roll up for it.
Well, I'll tell you one other thing, that if you're following Fetter, he does not like to roll the ball. He prefers to get through it and use some force. So see how he punched through that there.
Yeah.
And use some power. He didn't following that ball. Maybe was not his preference, just because he would have had to hit it smooth and slow roll it. But he's taking on the combo here, looking to tie it up. And he did just that.
And he made it look like a hanger. So
yeah, and from our angle, it was pretty tough to tell. But as quick as he shot it, I think it was a hanger.
Yeah, 2 strokes. Call it good.
4-4 is the score.
Jeff Seifert, the link to the bracket is in the video description. I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure I put it there. Oh, I never put it there. I'm about to put myself on tilt. No way. My bad. Here we go. Now it's in the video description.
Looks like how Katie's getting some table time over there. And Fetter matched up with Carlo. Let's say probably 8 months ago. Played him a long race at 9-ball.
Right.
Fetter destroyed him.
They were playing rack your own template, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matchroom break box.
Same format as this, yeah. Fetter found the break and just absolutely tortured him.
By 40 games or something.
I mean, the thing is, though, Carlo, if you ever get an opportunity to watch Carlo, just pay attention to the way he kicks. I don't think anybody in the world kicks the way that Carlo Beato, and not just kicking to hit the ball, kicking to play safe and all the things that he does so well. I don't think there's anybody in the world that is better than Carlo at that. And if you ask Fetter, he'd say the same. Meanwhile, look at this break.
Yeah, he gave a couple waves.
Layout.
Gave a couple waves to Moritz because he got a couple lucky kisses off the. I think he hit 2 different object balls with the cue ball. Looking like the cue ball was gonna go someplace not preferable and ends up in a pretty prime location.
And the key is on that cut break, what Fetter and all the players are trying to do, they're trying to take the cue ball off of the 1, hitting the long rail, and really traveling right back at the top of the 9-ball, or right to the center of the 9-ball. When you see them really find the break, the cue ball will go right through the rack there. So there is a lot of luck involved, because there is a lot of collisions in the middle of the table. That's why you see Fetter wave his hand, because he got a couple fortunate kisses from the cue ball.
Trail in the chat asks, what's the template brand? It's that Matchroom 9-ball template. I don't know who makes it. I don't remember who makes it, but it's super thin. It's plastic material. It's a little thinner than the Magic Rack material.
Fetter looking for his first lead of the match here.
Beautiful cue ball. And meanwhile, Carlos back up at the table across the way there with a fairly open shot on the 7-ball as well.
And 5-4 is the score here.
Oh, John Hausch. John Hausch, local player in the chat, just said the rack says 9-ball and Magic Rack on it. So it's made by Magic Rack.
That's cool. So it's just a Matchroom branded Magic Rack.
Yeah, it's made from a slightly thinner material than their signature rack has been made with.
Yeah, and I think honestly, to tell you the truth, I think that's an improvement for Matchroom, because I like the AccuRack, but the referees have to know how to use it. So you got to set the balls in the AccuRack and you got to load it. And I don't think I'm not saying that it's not as good of a rack, but for somebody that doesn't know how to rack the balls and doesn't know how to use it, I feel like the Magic rack is better from that aspect. So
yeah, because you
the
just
balls
set them in there and then
they're
they just
tight.
go. Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing that I do like better about the AccuRack, if the balls roll over top of it, it doesn't ever change the direction of it unless it's very slow over the hole.
Right.
See how you hit the top of that 9 ball there? You see that very often on successful breaks when they're hitting it right. You notice the cue ball went to the long run, came right back into the 9. Obviously, the ideal collision is dead center, so your cue ball's not traveling toward the side, but you see it oftentimes right there, and it looks like we're gonna have to push out here.
Looking at the layout, are you pushing to a pogo stick?
I mean,
The
it looks
layout's
pretty tough
to get safe or leave something that your opponent's not going to be able to damage you with or give back to you that's super tough.
Yeah, I mean, he could push to the bottom left here, but I mean, Moritz is going to shoot it. I think you got to push to some sort of jump or kick.
Yeah, the layout's just so open here, and there's so much real estate in the center of the table. This is actually a pretty bad spot, I think, for Fetter right off the break. It's tough.
Yeah, he's calling the push, and I think if you're Fetter here, you push to a jump where you try to give yourself an angle to play on the 3, and you just got to take your chances. I like being pretty offensive here.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he's considering that. He may be.
He's just opening it up for an easier jump.
Yeah, and he did do that. He did exactly what I said. See how he's under the 2 ball?
Yeah.
So when he shoots the jump shot here, he's going to have natural shape on the 3, but it's very challenging. So Moritz may give this back, but I would not recommend it, Collins. This is one of these situations. This is why I think Fetter is such a tough 9-ball player, because his ability to push out the jump shots is game-changing.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to give it back, but you don't want to shoot it either. You know, so what do? If you're Moritz, being 19 years old, you probably take it on. You probably shoot the shot. I mean, me personally, I would rather go down
swinging
with myself
and
shooting
honestly,
as opposed to watching Fetter to stab this in.
If I'm not super confident at pocketing the ball, then I'm just hitting half the left side of the ball. Maybe I get lucky. It goes 3 rails around the table, send the cue ball at the 9, just like he's looking at right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, but I think this is a makeable jump. I'm not saying it's easy.
No, I'm just talking about player-specific percentages. Fetter would be firing to make the ball every day, but he puts these guys in this situation where they kind of just gotta go for a little bit of fortune, I think.
Yeah, and I think he's shooting your shot. I think he's going off the left side of this and giving himself a chance to fluke in the 9.
Or get safe on the 2.
Up.
If you hit it thick enough and the 2 starts moving, you might get fortunate with a roll down towards these other balls. I mean, it's low percentage, but it still might get there.
I just think the percentages are much higher of him making the 2 here. And, you know, he's giving it back.
Okay.
He's giving it back. I mean, it's not a terrible decision. Listen, that shows some discipline. From a 19-year-old. Most 19-year-olds just jump up there and try to shoot that ball, especially when Fedor Gorst is the person sitting in the chair that you're giving it back to. So I think Fetter may be a little delighted to get this back. I'll tell you in about 30 seconds, Collins.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say hindsight is 20/20, so let's give it a few seconds.
All right, here we go. Fedor Gorst going airborne. He might get away with it here.
I don't think so. A big stroke shot here, though, to get back to the 3.
No, but you know, that 2 could have hit either side of the 4.
Yeah.
It could have covered up with the 8, or it could have snookered him with the 6. But we'll see if Moritz can get through the 8 ball here. It looks like he may have to draw off the left-hand side of the 8.
Yeah. Got to come with a big stroke to get enough movement out of the cue ball, I think.
Watch out, 6.
Oh. gosh.
Well, if the ball's frozen, it looks like he can still play the ball here.
Jennifer Rabbit says, Collins for real. Fetter is looking swole.
Yeah, he's been lifting a little bit. It looks like Al Katie's breaking in the background there, Collins.
Just noticing the same thing. Got one back. I'll actually check out the score update for you guys here. Looks like only 5-1, maybe? Maybe that was his first game? I'll refresh and take a look.
All right, and a thin cut here. He's got a secure position on the 4 next, which is the pink ball, the bottom right. Ooh, just wobbled it in.
Wow.
Nice speed. Good shot there from the young German.
Here, do you punch into the 5 and try to get the 5 moving away, or do you try to finesse it?
I think he's just going to maybe draw into it. But the other option is to use a little bit of left-hand spin and just avoid it. But guess what he's looking at right there? Yeah, he's probably just going to use some inside and just slow spin this ball in. I think that's the smarter play. Things can get funny when you go bouncing into other balls.
Yeah, less variance, right, in the results. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Huh? You can talk. What's up? Okay. Yeah. We're halfway through. Little past halfway through. One sec, guys.
Yeah, nice shot there.
No worries. Sorry about that. There's a little charity event going on here at the pool room, and it's actually one of the only events in the year that I actually stream and play in. So
I tell you what, this 7-9 may be tight. He's taking a couple peeks at it. Maybe the 7 ball doesn't go past the 9. May have to play a billiard here. I don't know. Or maybe he was just trying to be extra careful. I'm not sure. It has to be tight as many times as he's taking a look at it.
I think you're right. I think he's... No, he's coming across the left side of it.
Yeah, he's going to shoot it in, but it just must be tighter than what it appears on camera. Huh? He's looking 2 balls away from tying this up. A little over halfway through. They are racing to 9 here. It's the tournament just right outside of New York. Most of the players stopping here and heading to the U.S. Open next.
Right. Fly into what's the big airport in New York, right? You fly into there, play in an event, drive down to New Jersey, hang out there, and then go home.
Yeah, and the U.S. Open is in Atlantic City, so always a nice setup there.
Are you going out there?
Yeah, I am actually.
Cool. I'll be able to shake your hand. That'll be nice.
That'd be awesome.
I'll be there the first 3 days.
Yeah, and another thing pretty cool, Collins, I think Fetter will be making an announcement soon, but me and him will be kind of chatting on Monday a little bit about the bracket and about some of the matchups on his channel here.
Nice.
So,
yeah, I'm looking forward to watching.
Yeah, we'll be talking about a lot of the first round matchups and maybe some of the betting side of it, some of the gambling side of it, and who we think is favorite and who's primed to win. So
is this the earliest that they've released the brackets in the last few years? It feels like they came out, the bracket draw was super early this year. It's kind of cool to be able to look look through things and kind of create your own opinions about the draw.
Yeah, I really like the producing the bracket early. It gives you an opportunity to kind of look at it. There's so many players that, there's always a couple really nice first-round matchups, and then if you start looking at the bracket, how it lays out, it's really cool. So, all right, here we go. Rack number 11.
Hey, Mike Check in the chat pointed something out, guys. We got almost 1,150 people watching, and we've only got 130 likes. Don't forget to click the like button, man. It makes a huge difference. Makes it easier for other people who love the game, who might be interested in following, the pro scene a little bit closer through the perspective of one of the players, one of the greatest players out there. Help them find it by clicking the like button.
All right, so this is interesting here. Successful break, but look at the 7-8 ball. He's going to have to give himself an angle on the 4 to where he can run up into the 8, and he'll still have a shot on the 5. So I think that's what he was looking at, where he wants to get here. He's going to have to break that up, I think. If not, he could play the 7-8 combo.
The 7-8 combo lays decent, but getting a premium angle on that combo from the 6 can sometimes be a little bit touchy. And he might be forced to shoot it now. He might be forced to shoot the combo now.
I think he overdrew that ball. I think he wanted to give himself a little angle so he could just gone up and bump into the 8 ball and try to dislodge those balls. But we'll see how he handles it. Looks like he's going to have to get from the 6 to the 7-8 combo. Not many more options than that now, the way that the cue ball ran there.
Yeah, this is a touchy speed shot. Unless he's playing the 7-up table. No, he's playing for the combo. He just gestured.
I think he's just going to spin it. He's just going to slow spin it here and just make sure he misses the side pocket. Nice shot there. Look at the speed control.
So
the young German. And just a little draw on the ball here.
Yeah, that's a shot where, like, coming up 3 or 4 inches short, all of a sudden it becomes really difficult to control the cue ball and the 7, but he just ends up in this spot where all you got to do is cinch the cue ball back a touch and things should be gravy. Nice shot.
Well, Moritz looking to get 3 racks away from. Oh my gosh. He
jabbed at it.
Two-stroked it.
He jabbed it.
Well, I think he was planning on putting some left there and kind of throwing it a little bit, and he may have struck the middle of the cue ball.
Yeah, like steered back to center. That makes sense. Yeah. Which would make you hit it on the the 7 hit the point on the short rail first, right? So that means that when you steer that cue back to center on the ball, probably pulled it offline. Wow.
Holy cow. So listen, I'm going to tell you what that is, Collins. SVB's been dealing with it for years. That right there is called the Fetter factor.
Uh-huh.
People are to the point now where they're scared of the guy and they're giving him racks.
Yeah, that happened with SVB for a decade, right?
Yeah, I mean, and it still does, but people are scared of Fetter, and he wins a lot of matches that he really shouldn't win, that people give to him. And if he wins this match, I guarantee you Moritz looks back at that shot and the shot on the deuce. And but more importantly, that shot right there. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's a never miss shot. That's a literally never miss it.
We have 1,150 people in the chat, and I'd let 1,149 of them shoot that shot. So,
yeah,
unbelievable to miss that. Yeah.
Wow.
And instead of it being 6-5, Moritz's favor, it's 6-5 in Fetter's favor, and he gets the break. So, big turn of events there.
Wow, that's crazy, actually. I'm, like, looking at the situation in my mind again. It's like, wow. He couldn't believe it, too. I mean, I'm going to rewind on Fetter's stream just to rewatch the look on his face when it happened, too. He was just, like, completely dumbfounded that happened. Made a great shot on the combo. Gets down on the 7. Swings the cue, hits the short rail, and stands up immediately. Just cannot believe it. Wow.
He wasn't the only one that couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it looks like Katie's fixing to break again, so trying to make a little run.
Do you want to do me a favor, since I changed the spot again? Let me know the moment Fetter hits the stack.
All right. Fetter's grabbing hold of the cue ball right now, spun it twice. He's out in the middle of the table here, looking to deposit the one ball on the left-hand side. All right. 3 racks away. It's Fedor Gorst. He just hit the one.
Okay.
Nice break there. Is he going to get a shot on the deuce? I believe so. But how does he get back on the 4 ball? The 4 ball's the pink all the way up in the middle. He's made the 1 and the 3.
I think the angle's pretty natural to miss the 5. There's not much real estate to get locked up around the 9 and 7.
So he's looking to wrap 2 rails around that purple ball. Really, he's got to play the speed to where he doesn't hook himself on the 7, Collins.
Yeah.
The 7 is the trouble ball here. So he's got to get past it.
Or run into it at a decent click.
Yeah, absolutely. But not only that, he can't hit the 5 ball on the way out. That's another key to the shot.
Right, because if you're trying to punch over to shorten up the 2-rail angle, right, the 5 ball might come into play.
And he hit it perfect.
Oh, wow.
He did all the above, everything we talked about. Missed the 5 ball, got past the 7. Andy secured an angle on the 4. He's underneath of it, so he's going to be traveling backup table here toward the 5. Perfect speed, perfect shot there from Fetter.
Wow. And good time for it after a mistake from Moritz.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Fedor Gorst got him a nice haircut. Look at that thing. Tell you what. It's something I've noticed about pool players, Collins. I got to tell you. When they win a tournament, they buy shoes.
A watch?
And before every tournament, like, look, every top player, and actually Scott Frost, if he's out there tuning in, he's notorious for this. It's just something about getting a fresh haircut before a tournament. It just makes you feel like you're lighter on your feet, makes you feel a little better. So a lot of top pros before a tournament, they like to go get shaped up a little bit.
That's
and
cool.
And Fedor Gorst is definitely one of those. But I think his barber went a little short this time. I don't know if I've seen it.
He just got that nice fresh fade, yeah.
And just like that. Makes
Running
quick work
out.
of that rack.
Running out a pretty routine rack.
7-5 is our score. 2 more for Fedor Gorst.
When does the U.S. Open start? I believe it starts either Monday or Tuesday next, like a week away from this coming one.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Starts on Monday.
So a week from Monday, it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 25th.
And it looks like Beato maybe at the table, breaking the balls, so not sure what happened there, but back to the Fedor Gorst match. 2 racks away, Collins. Be interested to see how Moritz comes back after that error. If he's able to collect himself, if he's given another opportunity. He may not get another opportunity. But if he does, how will he respond? It's tough to tell with a 19-year-old.
One ball down. Cue ball tracking towards decent position. Looks like maybe he got hooked by his body language.
Yeah, and he was a little light on the low there. You notice how the cue ball traveled below the 9.
Yeah.
That's not ideal. If it's traveling below the line, you're more likely to get hooked. But I think he does have a shot at the deuce here. That's the 2 ball, right?
That's
right next to him.
The 4 is in between the 2 and the cue ball, but I don't think it covers.
Yeah, so I think he's got a full look at the 2 here. He could play safety, or he could just take on the bank. I think he should take on the bank here. There's a huge reward if he knocks it down. And it is a cross side, so
He's measuring something up.
Fedor Gorst, no stranger to bank pool.
2-time, right? 2-time Derby City Classic, 2 years in a row, or
Back-to-back bank pool champions at the Derby City Classic. It's hard enough to win it once.
Yeah.
And he missed it. I jinxed him. Commentator's jinx.
Yeah, it was totally your fault.
I'll take all the blame. And just like I talked about Collins, here we go. Moritz back in action. Let's see how he bounces back. Got a nice layout here to get that arm back and going.
Just checking his tip there after missing that last shot, just to be sure that everything's clean and chalked up.
This is interesting here. Looks like it may be one of these weird spots where he may just have to take his medicine, just bump the 9 ball.
Oh, are you getting a little,
I did.
Are you getting a circle?
I'm getting a circle.
Oh, no. Fingers crossed, folks.
Let's hope the internet didn't go down.
Okay, I'm back live.
I'm as well.
Let me know when he contacts the 3 so we can get synced up again.
He just got down on the ball. He just pocketed the 9 there, or the 3 ball. Watch out 9. Watch out 6. That was interesting.
So I think you're maybe like a second and a half ahead of me. And I'm live, so I can't go forward more, but we'll just leave it. That's okay.
Yeah, that was interesting to play that way. That was very risky to try to get perfect position there, Collins. I'm surprised he didn't just give himself a cut and play short of the 6-9. Maybe he was, and he just overran it.
Or maybe it's that youth, that confidence that you were talking about earlier, where sometimes they just fire at something that they feel good about. It turned out pretty good this time.
Yeah, it did, but you know, taking those chances that are unnecessary, they don't. You lose some matches on it, and you start taking the better path. Nonetheless, nice recovery from Moritz here, looking to tie it up. Off a very big miss on the 7 ball.
Yeah, hey, Dargan, I'm planning to do that after this rack.
If you're out there in the chat, let us know where you're from. Let us know where you're tuning in from. See where we got Fedor Gorst fans. And if you yet to hit that subscribe button, make sure you do it.
Yeah, that's a crazy fact about YouTube. Even on Fedor's channel, I have access to his analytics. Like 70% of the people that watch his channel are not subscribed. Might even be a higher number than that.
All tied at 6.
No.
No, 7-6.
No, 7-6. Yeah.
Sorry.
Give me the old pump fake on the score. Okay, I'm going to refresh my page. I think it'll catch me up to you. Watching from North Korea.
Las Vegas. Get some Oregon.
Iowa.
Bahamas. I'm jealous, Novak.
Yeah, there you go.
You got an extra room. I'm coming to see you. All right, here we go. Reads the break. And he's been successful in making the 1 ball all but 1 breaks. Looks like he's got a nice look at the deuce in the side here, and the 3's laying over the corner. So really all about this 4 ball where it goes. Knocking down this first shot and getting an angle to where he can play the 4 ball. I think he's going to have to play that 4 ball in the top right, Collins. Doesn't look like it plays in the top left.
Past the 5, I don't think so. But where is the ideal path?
Well, I mean, personally, I think depending upon how easy this 2 in the side is, ideally, yeah, I mean, I think he can just kind of stop his ball, maybe pull it back just a little bit, and then use some inside English to kind of climb up that left-hand rail.
I think if the rails are gripping nicely, that shot's on. But if there's any kind of dead rail or any type of slide, that shot becomes really tough.
Yeah, and he got perfect here, so he's just going to be able to use some high inside here. He's going around. All right, so he's going to go 2 rails and wrap around. Probably hit the 3rd cushion here, right below the side pocket. And he doesn't want to get short.
Wow.
I think it was good speed, but I'm kind of surprised that he didn't go ahead and play the speed to hit the 3rd rail there.
Yeah.
Just to kind of guarantee himself shape.
Yeah.
He got there.
That's actually one of the, like, when I'm talking to, players that are trying to learn the game and take it more seriously, that's like one of the most valuable things you can use while playing position is if you're going towards a rail or like there's the shot line off of the last rail towards the ball, then just play the speed to hit the rail to guarantee the shot.
That was a little goofy there. That was a little short. I'm really surprised there that he even flirted with that 7 ball and took this much distance on that 6. He's hanging his tongue out of his mouth right now. I think he's dogging it a little bit. I think he's feeling the heat, Colin.
Yeah, no question. I mean, he had a big moment earlier where he had, obviously that shot on the 7 ball that we talked about.
Yeah, and if you're a Fedor Gorst fan out there, you're rooting for Carlo Beato in the top table too. He's him and Al-Kaidi are in the hunt for earning a spot on the Mosconi Cup, so they're fighting to see who can earn more money in this tournament. This is a big tournament, Collins. For the Mosconi Cup rankings.
9,000 for first, 5,500 for second, right?
And 35 for third.
Yeah.
So if you win this match, you're guaranteed top 3. But Al-Kaidi and Fetter, both big underdogs from this spot. I know it's crazy to say. I know this is just tying us up, but the way that Moritz is breaking the balls.
Oh, he's breaking great, getting results.
He's definitely a favorite as he pockets the 9 ball here. Now we're tied up.
7-7, race to 2. You calling heads or tails? It's actually a little bit worse than a coin flip for Fetter right now.
Yeah, that's a lot worse.
A lot worse.
A lot worse than a coin flip for Fetter right now, racing to 2 with the way that this table's breaking.
What would you say that statistic would actually be? Do you think it's like a 70% favorite to Moritz, or maybe not quite that much, or just because of the break on the first one and the race to 2?
Yeah, I mean, listen, on typical equipment, I think this table's playing pretty loose, and I think it's breaking really soft. So, I mean, I would say he's probably a 70-30 favorite, just because of the luck factor, potentially getting hooked or scratching on the break. And if he does relinquish the table, Fetter's a huge favorite to break and then obviously a big favorite to break and run as well. So, I would say probably 70-30, maybe 75-25.
Wow, yeah.
I know that sounds crazy, but
well, I mean, it's
the way he's breaking.
We've seen, the one find the side pocket consistently, and I think on every break he's had a shot.
Yeah,
some kind of look.
He's only missed the one in the side one time and hit both points, but he didn't get enough draw on the cue ball here. He got lucky because the deuce is next to him. Wow. But you notice how the cue ball is a little bit higher on the table.
Yep. Yeah,
he didn't get enough into the cue ball. But nonetheless, he's got a shot at the deuce. Does he play short side on the 3 here? Is he going to play the cue ball to the bottom right corner here? I think he does.
He decided really quick here, so it must lay pretty natural to get there. As far as not running towards the 3, leaving enough space between. Well, maybe not. Look at him looking twice.
Yeah, and something very interesting. Like if you're a Dennis Arculo fan, I've said this multiple times, but he always tells me, he always told me, nice shot there, nice little bump there. But he always tells me in the really difficult situations, he's played so much pool that he prefers to play quick, so he doesn't give himself time to mentally dog it, to
Sure.
to sit there and stare at it and just kind of put himself in a trance. Like, you've shot this ball 100 times, Moritz. Just get over it. You see its natural line. Just get over the ball and knock it in, and
Yeah.
don't sit there and psych yourself out. And that's kind of what he did. He was very quick there, but it looks like he may have fell straight.
Well, it looks like actually the line forward, see how he gestured at the 9 ball there a second ago? The line forward maybe is kind of flirting with the 9 ball.
Yeah, I think he's just going to end up playing this 4 ball in the top right.
Yeah.
Just wants to make sure he has an angle. He's got to have an angle on the 4 ball. He doesn't want to fall straight on it. He can either be above it or below. It doesn't matter. And he did. It's really all about this shot right here. This nice follow stroke here. And it's tough to tell, but is the 7 in kind of a goofy spot? The 6 and the
I think
7's
it's in
a little tricky.
I think it's far enough from the side pocket that you don't really have to worry about flirting with the point. You just got to get above it.
See if Moritz can hold his nerves together here. Get to the hill first. Getting really close to his work there.
Here's the big shot.
Yeah, and we'll see. We'll see if he. I think he's just going to pull it back right, some low left, and so you got to watch out for the 9 ball and watch out getting jacked up. I think he got perfect though.
Yeah, he's got room to cue.
See, I'm a little surprised that he didn't play a little shorter there, just to guarantee that he wasn't jacked up.
Yeah.
Because that could become a tough shot and could become a missable ball if you get elevated over the 9 there. It's a little risky, I believe.
Who are the top Americans playing in this field? Who came out? BJ?
I
mean,
don't know, but
I don't know
think any left,
Americans. Right? No, no one ran deep. I think almost no one played. Jeremy Sosi?
Yeah, so if the loser of this match still will go to the loser side. They still have another bullet, so both of these players are undefeated.
I'm silly. I completely spaced Shane Wolford. He had a pretty decent tournament. Tough draw after the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, and Shane Wolford, I tell you what, one of my favorite American pool players. He just a young kid that is such a nice guy. Pleasure to be around. And to be honest, when he played on that what's the Atlantic Cup? I think that's what it's called, when the juniors play in the Moscone Cup version.
Right.
I mean, I remember watching him and thinking, man, this kid's a hack. He's not going to be any good. And not to be critical of him or anything. I know he was just a kid, but he put in a ton of work. Very intelligent player. He's got a big break, and I think he's got the right mental makeup to become a decent, a top contending player on the circuit for a lot of years. I think he lacks some of the talent of some of the Europeans, but makes up for it in heart.
Well, he had a hell of a tournament when he came out here and played in the Chuck Markoulis back in June. Ended up winning it for $5,000. But yeah, had a hell of a tournament. Beat Sky, beat Tyler, beat, you name him.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing his debut in the Moscone Cup, and I think this year may be it. I want to see him, really step up to that plate and see what he does under that pressure. And the 1 ball, he missed it there, Collins.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Hit both points.
Both points came up high.
If he did not get another ball down, huge opportunity for Fedor Gorst here.
Well, he's got a chance. He's not shut out from the table.
They say a chip at a chair.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if you're Moritz, you're sick right now, especially if this one ball cuts in the side, which I believe it does. Does he have enough of it to where he can miss the 7 ball coming out, though?
I think it's thin enough that he misses the 7.
That would really be huge. So
It's
he's
close.
thin enough to where he misses the 7. He's still got to contest with the 3 a little bit, but it really feels like it's all about this shot.
He's looking. You saw him gesture his finger quite close to the 7 ball. He's a little nervous that he's flirting with that, with a contact there, which obviously you don't want to be leaving yourself super long and near the short rail on this 2 ball.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the other thing is, though, I mean, this is one of these opportunities. You just got to take your chances, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you run into the 7 here, you know, you're probably going to have a long shot on the deuce. You're still at the table. Watch out, 3 ball. Don't jack him up. Very nicely handled there. Perfect angle. This is all about the 3 to the 4, this rack. So he wants to probably give himself an angle on the 3 ball to where he can travel 2 rails around.
Jennifer Rabbit, you're the greatest. She is the chat goat.
The chat goat.
Yeah, she says, let's go, Fetter. Come on, Mr. Always Relevant.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. A couple of people in the chat asked what's the score over on Carlo Biato's table. You can sweat the live score on the bracket at Digital Pool, but I can check right now. It looks like he's on the hill, up 8-1 versus David Al-Kaidi.
Yeah, and I don't love. I think he landed a little short here. I mean, he's gonna have to spin the ball, I believe. He's all right, but I think he wanted a little bit more angle than this. He's at the go. Perfect play.
He hits those balls so freaking good. It looks like he has no angle, but he's just so good. It's not even a stun shot. It's almost like the stun run-through stroke that really opens up the angle, but still gets the cue ball to move forward a lot, right? He hits it so good.
Yeah, we'll see. See what he has right here. He didn't look thrilled at the angle he landed on. It's kind of tough to tell. It looks like he's a little bit below it. I think he can just hit the long rail and come out above the 5 and shoot it in the same pocket. But if not, this bottom left is always available. It's depending upon the angle he has. Yeah, he was perfect. Doesn't want to get jacked up. Gets the right side of the cue ball, so.
Yeah, has access even to the bottom of the cue ball, it looks like, for a little cinch to get an ideal angle on the 6.
Yeah, looking like we may get a Hill thriller here, Collins. Hopefully I don't jinx him again. I've been 2 for 2 on the commentator jinx so far in his matches. He may quit inviting me.
I wasn't going to say anything. He doesn't watch these back.
Just don't tell him for me, please.
Yeah.
He's still got a little work to do. He's got to go up and down here on the 7 to the 8.
Carlo, in the meantime, just won against David Al-Kaidi.
Carlo Biato, such a nice player. I tell you what, he's one of my favorite to watch.
Oh,
he has all these
100%.
different little. He always moves his ring finger while he's bridging.
You ever notice how similar his stroke mechanic, like style, is to Warren Kiamko?
Yeah, they're both very compact.
Yeah.
Carlo Biato is a super guy as well. Really like him.
Yeah. Never had the chance to meet him or talk to him, but always a pleasure to watch, and seems like he's got a really good attitude.
Just a really classy guy. He doesn't want to get on the rail here. That's for certain. He got a little bounce.
He's got plenty of angle here to work with, too.
Yeah, it's just, people, if you're, even if you're a top level pro, you just never like shooting from the rail. No matter if you got angle or not, it just makes it so much tougher to get through the ball. Oh, Marty Herman, if your life's at stake and you're taking Beato over Fetter, you are dead, sir.
Yeah.
You would not like the result of that, Marty.
Yeah.
And the 9-ball away from a Hill thriller here. All right, one rack for it all.
Here we go. Little applause you can hear from the live audience appreciating this Hill match. Well, all of a sudden, what were the? Can we curse the odds the other way now?
Well, I mean, listen, this is one break. Fetter's had all successful breaks so far. I think he had to push out once, right?
Yes.
But he's made the one ball on the side every time.
Great match. Exactly, Ike. No other way to say it.
NJ pool player, you're calling me Alan Sword. I'm not going to let you live that down. I'm Jason Sword. I'm the better looking brother of the two. All right, here we go. Better to break Hill. No, Kazakis is not undefeated. He's on the loser side. And the one ball's down, but so is the cue ball.
No way.
Cue ball followed it in.
A gasp from the crowd.
Wow. So we'll see the youngster here. Can he get from the 2 to the 3 with ball in hand?
With
covered up.
There's traffic with the 4 ball going that way. Traffic from the 5 ball on the other side a little bit. Gotta really take a long open angle off the second rail, it looks like. Can you get around the 7 and have the cue ball go long enough there? You might just have to like cut it thin and just come between the 9 and the 5. This is not easy, actually.
Yeah, but he's got ball in hand and it's 9 ball. Table's pretty soft, so definitely expect him to do it. He's pointing where he wants to get, right below the spot there.
All right, a little bit of
Yeah, we're gonna test the Fetter effect.
He's drawing this ball. He's drawing this ball and playing speed.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I think he should set up to give himself an angle to go 2 rails underneath the 7 and the long rail to the right side.
Yeah, it's tough though because the natural angle is tough to manipulate with the 7 being in the specific spot that it's in.
Yeah, but that 8 ball comes into play when you're drawing the ball there. I think he got a nice little kiss, but
wow.
Yeah, I think that the youngster's going to get it done here. It's a bad time to have a scratch on the break, wasn't it, Collins?
Yeah, terrible time. Late in the tournament, Hill. Yikes.
And really exciting match, though. A lot of back and forth, a lot of excellent play, but a couple mistakes from both players.
And if I remember correctly how a bracket works, if Fetter does get knocked to the 1-loss side and both Fetter and David win their next match, they would play each other.
Yep.
For a pretty decent prize increase just for one match after that point. I'm pretty sure the prize amounts start jumping quite a bit around 4th place. But we'll see what happens here. He's on the rail. He's going to roll forward to play the 6 in the side, it looks like.
No, I don't think he can play the 6 in the side, can he?
He was looking at the short side, like getting short side.
Yeah, I mean, I can see him playing short side before he plays it in the side. Did you mean he was playing short side, not in the side?
short side to play it in the right-hand side is where he was lining his cue up, just rolling it out.
Oh, he's trying to bump it. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't want to overrun it there. It's a little risky.
Woo.
I think we're going to see some travel on the cue ball here. Looks like he's going to have to work at 3 rails back above the 7. Test your nerves here, this speed, Will. 1, 2. Oh, he just came 1, 2 in between. Nice shot there. 3 balls away. See, look, that's what I'm talking about. Give yourself an opportunity to just screw your mind up. Just get down and knock the 3 balls in, kid. Don't worry about any cleaning your shaft or any of that. Put you some chalk on there and put the 3 balls down. Center pocket there.
Pretty straight here.
He's got nice touch with his draw stroke.
Yeah, he does. He's got real nice speed control with his draw stroke.
And just like that, 1 ball away from Fedor Gorst going to the B side. And a hill thriller there, Moritz holding it together. 9-8 your score. Well,
good match, great match. We are going to get a little post-match interview. I think this is going to be the first one from a tournament where he's going to have to talk to us as the loser.
Oh, is he going to give us an interview?
He has for everyone I've worked with him so far. So hang out for a bit, and we'll see if we can orchestrate that.
Have you ever covered one of his matches when he lost?
No, that's what I was just saying. I'm pretty sure this is the first one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those cues are going in the bag, and this camera's going in right behind it.
Let's see what he does. Well, he killed the stream, it looks like.
I was gonna say. Yeah, look, look, the cues didn't even get in the bag yet. The camera's going in.
Let me kill the YouTube here, kill the music. Let's see if we get something or not. Hang out for a second, guys. He's calling.
Well,
he's calling.
I stand corrected.
Let me see if I can add him in with you on. How do I do that? There must be a way. Add participants. Fedor Gorst. Add. It's going to mess up my overlays here a little bit. There he is. Hold on a second. Let me get the images set up right here so everyone can see properly. Give me a second here, guys.
Can you hear
Hey,
me?
Fetter.
We can hear you. Let me give me one more second here, buddy.
Love your hair, Fetter.
Thanks.
Okay, I think we got you.
Surprised you did an interview after a loss, man. 2 years ago, you would have just broke something and went straight to the room.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do.
All right. Go ahead and talk for a minute, you guys, so I can get the audio levels right.
So, Fetter, talk to us a little bit about the table. It looked like it was breaking pretty soft, and outside of the last scratch there, you looked like everything was successful outside of the one push out. So talk to us a little bit about the break and the table there.
Can the audience hear us already?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I mean, I was making mistakes, and the table is breaking to where you have to put a little bit of outside spin from the spot where I'm breaking from, and he was breaking way better than me. He was putting the cue closer to the middle, and he figured it out to where he can spin the cue ball and not touch the 9 ball and make both of the balls, one in the corner, the wing ball. So he was out breaking me, but I still made some silly mistakes just yet. I mean, I'm 1-0 down, and I have an easy containing safety, which I missed it by a pretty big margin, and then I
missed the 2 ball.
I missed the 2 ball after that. Yeah, I missed the 2 ball when I was 4, 3-3, I think, or something like that. 3-3. I missed the easy 2-ball.
You
then I
had the
missed
only,
jump.
you had the only break where one of the players had to push out, right? You pushed to and it was a really tough spot to make the decision of where to push to, right?
Yeah, I mean, but I'm a favorite to make that jump. I mean, 2 years ago I was a big favorite to make that jump. Now I'm probably, I don't know, 40% favorite to make it. But I missed the jump, and then last break I was thinking like, should I go a little bit thinner because the last break the people got kissed, and then I decided to add a little bit of the side spin, and I ended up hitting the one ball thicker than I wanted. So that's how I scratched it. So I mean, I've made some silly mistakes this match, but he played decent to. I mean, he played good to punish for all of this. And he was a better player.
So real quick, Fetter, one of the big turning events of the match there, give you an opportunity to win. Talk a little bit about what he did when he missed that 7 ball up the rail.
I mean, he miscued there, and actually,
he miscued.
Big moment was when I was up 7-5. I have a 2-ball which I ended up banking. That's the biggest ball of the match. Where I'm thinking to myself, I have an easy safety, and I kind of want to play. I want to play a lot of safeties with him. I don't want to. I mean, if I have a open table, of course, I have to run out. But I don't know if that was the right decision there to play a bank on the side where I had to play a little bit shorter and use a little bit of spin to make the ball go shorter. I should have just sticking to that ball that was located nearby them, and I mean gamble on him. But I mean, if I make that ball, I'm up 8-5. So
I think you made the right decision. You're a big favorite to make that cross side.
Exactly. That's one of those banks that I just feel
I mean,
like
I'm a favorite. I'm not a big favorite. I'm a favorite. But the balls are slick. The cloth is like brand new, and they decided to change the balls for some reason. We're playing a different set of balls today. So I mean, it's and I was missing balls earlier, so I wasn't like super 100% comfortable shooting it. So I don't know. It's a tough question, man.
Hey, look, I know you're pissed off you just lost, but do all your fans a favor and show them that fancy haircut you got. Show them the sides. Show them the bald fade. Take a peek at that. Look at that. Talk to us about why you get a haircut before a tournament. What is it? What's it do?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'll be on the road for a long period of time, and I don't want to go to some random Mexican barber and I don't know where I'll be in Michigan, Bottle Creek, Michigan. So I go to my barber in Louisville and get a haircut whenever I have a chance. Next time I'll be there probably will be November. So I will have to find some random people.
Bad news is you lost your match, but good news is your hair looked good while you were doing it. We had a lot of fun. Appreciate you inviting us, and good luck climbing back through the B side and getting ready for this U.S. Open. So, Collins, had a blast, buddy. Thanks so much.
Yeah, always a pleasure, man. This has been the second one we've done together, and anytime you guys want me on here with you, I'm game. So
we're actually having another match today. So if I would have won that match, I would have played tomorrow. So, but okay, I have to play another one today. So maybe we'll do another stream.
Okay, I'm actually about to go live on my channel for a charity event, so I will be doing other things the rest of the day. But if Fetter goes live, you will be able to at least sweat the action live here on his channel. So make sure you're subscribed and don't miss out on that. Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck. See you guys.
We'll see you guys later.
Thanks for tuning in.